right, here we go. It's your man Dollar Billsco right here. Back on the back and forth with a special friend of mine. As you can see what the scroll says. Chicago natives chop it up.
Yes,
I'm from the Chi. My brother here is from the Chi. Introduce yourself, family.
Yes, sir. It's your boy T.Y., better known as TY38 alumni on all platforms. You catch me on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram is Your Way Mobile.
Right on. And I tell people a little bit about your business as well.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay. Well, I'm an owner of a mobile detail service.
Okay.
I've been in business for myself for over 8 years, but I actually been in a detail service for over 12. And it's a passion of mine because even before I even started doing this, me and my best friend, we always wanted to own a car wash, and we always wanted to buy this car wash that's on 71st in Chicago, South Chicago. But other than that, man, I just love what I do. I go to my clients at their homes, at work, mall, wherever they at. I pull up, do what I do. I do from full details to basic cleaning, ceramics, wax, buffing, paint correction, interior details, seat extraction, pet hair removal, whatever you need, I do it.
Wow. The whole shebang, huh?
Yes, sir. Boom.
All right. And again, we'll be going back and forth about some Chicago stuff.
Yes, sir.
But what we're going to be doing here is I got some shorts that I pulled offline, and we'll just be going back and forth and just having our reaction.
Yes,
it's mainly about the guest reaction, but I want to make sure I have my back and forth with you as well.
Okay. Yes,
all right,
sir.
so this first clip, all right, it's a video clip. It's called RABID, RACOON. Check it out.
Okay.
All right. Let me see that.
Yo, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing?
Man, he's shaking his
What you
head.
doing?
Crazy.
This is a rabid ass. Sorry to swear, but this is a rabid raccoon. All messed up.
Damn, what? You having to see?
You like you going through it, don't it?
That's some messed up stuff. Yo. Every time I would say something before, it would like show its teeth. It's literally right next to me.
You rarely see raccoons
You okay,
out in
dude?
the daytime, so that's kind
Right.
of crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
They nocturnal animals.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so your reaction on that.
That's bananas, because like I said, they nocturnal animals, so whatever he got into had my man oops, because I ain't gonna lie, I be throwing all type of trash in my garbage. Man, them raccoons be have my trash turned up. He probably look like he probably got some Casamigos. That like he probably,
What's that?
Some tequila.
Okay, all right.
He probably like he turned up one of these beers like me.
Yeah, he like he owns something, don't it? He like he owns something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he rabbit, because if he's rabbit, he would attack dude.
Right. Make good sense. That makes good sense. So
He was high, because he was like this.
he had that junkie look, didn't he?
Yeah, he tried to shake it off. I hope you. I know I seen it already, but did you see the footage of the bear who ate some hallucinogenic honey?
No.
Find that.
Okay.
You will find that funny.
Okay. All right, done
That's
deal.
what they kind of remind me of, because they this close to the bear, like me and you, and the bear like
Out of it, huh?
out his mind.
Wow. All right. Yeah, that's playing it close.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. This next clip, are you familiar with Charleston White?
Yeah, I'm too familiar with him. Before we show me the video, crazy thing about dude, I was confused on him when I first saw his videos, but more and more I started seeing him on podcasts, how he broke it down, and I went back and looked at some of his videos. Kind of like anybody with YouTube, me, you, we put something different on there, and then as we grow, we start putting different content.
Right.
So when he first was on there, he was doing a lot of positive stuff, but then once he started doing all that negative shit, he blew up.
Yeah.
But he do a lot of shit for the community, so it's kind of weird, man. It's
See, I didn't know
weird.
that part.
It's weird to like him because he do a lot, like prison reforms. He do man. When I say this, he done change bills, laws.
Wow.
Dude.
So he's active.
It's crazy. It's weird because you see the stuff he do. He troll people online,
Right.
And he talk shit about you. He say them niggas and stuff like that. But where he at, man, and the way he known that, man, that dude is a hood hero. And that's weird.
Okay. I didn't know that.
That's so weird.
Because they always see the... Well,
it's kind of like, you know what's so funny for you show the video one time? I look at him as like the black Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh, wow.
He just wasn't doing no criminal like activities.
Yeah.
But like Tekashi wasn't who he was.
Right.
It was the people that was around him like, hey, this is a way we can change the algorithm. Okay. Because one thing, it is real. As I do my thing on YouTube and you do your thing on YouTube, you'll notice more people draw towards you, not even saying being negative, but having more condescending thought about other people and other things.
True. Right. You're right. Throwing a lot of dart throwing.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so check out this brother, and here's his take on the death of George Floyd. Check this out.
Had George Floyd just got in the car, homie, he'll still be alive. I saw a video yesterday in the court that they played. The brother was saying it was a black man saying, say, brother, this. And George said, man, no, man, just get in the car, homie.
His shirt say white boy.
And
Yeah.
if you land on me like that, homie, I got a will to live. I ain't finna lay there peacefully and let you just peacefully kill me. I'm gonna flop. I'm gonna kick. I'm gonna spit. I wanna live, homie. I saw a man that didn't have the will to live when I saw George Floyd die. Nigga, you just go lay there. Same with Mike Brown. You go just put your hands up, homie, big as you. Man, I got a will to live, homie. You see what I'm saying? No, homie. I'm sorry I don't have the fakeness that everybody else have. I'm sorry.
All right, your take on that.
Man. That shit's so backwards. But I do feel him on like the Mike Brown situation. That's weird because the police did say he swung on him. And if he did,
right.
You know, this even like when we look about the Mike Zimmerman and my man, you know,
you talking about George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin?
Trayvon Martin, you know. If they played the police tape in court, he walking behind this boy and taunting him and dude flopping him. You hear that on the tape and you get beat up, you embarrassed, you got beat up by a little boy and you kill him. So what he's saying about George Floyd, I can understand. He could have did a little bit more to like get dude up off him out there, but that Mike Brown situation, that's people with guns, man. I don't play.
Right. Yeah, good point. People with guns.
But us as black people, I'm sorry. I won't say we scared, and I won't say we fearful. But we know the police ain't our friend.
Right.
For a fact.
Yeah.
From history.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to even do the resisting. Because you see videos when the police say the police dog biting you and they telling you stop resisting. You trying to move because the dog tearing your ass up.
But they use that against you.
And then they still tell you stop resisting. Or the videos when they shoot a motherfucker and you know he dead and they still putting handcuffs on him. So I don't know, man. Because I've saw plenty of videos and I ain't trying to make this a black-white thing.
Yeah.
But I've seen plenty of videos when them white boys be wilding out on the police.
And nothing happens to him.
I saw one, he took the gun, took his car, all this. Like,
there's a story here recently, maybe a year or two ago. They went to serve a warrant on a white guy. All right. The white guy comes out with a knife and starts stabbing officers.
I saw that.
All right. One officer caught a battle. He got like stabbed 3-4 times. All right, seriously injured. They didn't do nothing to this dude.
They still took him down. I saw one when they did that to a lady. So it's a lot of evidence, but the thing is, I can't think about my man who caught the 17 shots in Chicago. I don't know his name.
Laquan McDonald.
Yeah, he was running. Like regardless if he had a gun in his hand, man.
They be with that. And I think there's a part of that video. I thought I saw with my own eyes. Jason Van Dyke, the officer who shot him, I thought it's a section where he actually charges toward him and starts shooting or whatever. But in court, he said he feared for his life.
Well, he running away. Just make 2 more instances being a young brother. Just like I say, how we look at TV and movies that perceive things. 3 movies that made me also fearful of the cops was Mississippi Burning, Do the Right Thing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that third one, I won't say it's a police thing, but To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah. When you see it like that, especially like in Do the Right Thing,
yeah,
it made you be like, and some of that was based on true events too.
yeah, it
But,
choked my boy out. And
Yeah.
you gotta think about it, that movie came out in 91. I was 10
No,
years
89.
old.
89.
Okay, 89. So I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Watching that.
What made me relate to it so much because when I was about 10, my mother's friend, he was the best friend of the guy that my mother was dating at the time. So we used to always see the guy when he came around. All right. So one night we watching the news, and they tell a story about 2 officers killed the guy and they had him in a chokehold. They happened to be that guy. They killed him in a chokehold. Wow. And that never left my mind. So when I saw Do the Right Thing, that's the first thing I thought about.
Yeah.
You know? Yep, 2 Chicago police officers did that to a friend of my mother's, man. That fucked me up as a kid. Yep. All right. Here is a woman. This next clip here. Moving on to politics. Here's a woman who gives her reasons why she's no longer a Democrat. Check this out. Hold on. My bad.
I quit supporting Democrats and Obama during the Obama presidency. First, there was the bank bailout. Do you guys remember that? And remember how he was like, I have to do this, give trillions to banks. And that was like red flag number 1. And then we just had banks that just disappeared, like Washington Mutual. Do you remember that? And then he promised to reverse the Patriot Act, but instead he actually made it worse with the National Defense Authorization Act. The Patriot Act was a federal power grab, and it violated our constitutional rights. And then he made the largest cut to food stamps. My friend who had kids, her food stamp money was down by $300 during Obama. I thought Democrats were for the poor people. And then he droned innocent civilians and pushed Common Core, which has been a failure to our nation's kids, all while being extremely protected by the media.
All right. And that text over there said Obama was a fraud. All right. So what's your take on that?
Funny thing about this Democrat-Republican thing, I know for a fact it changed around with either Nixon or Reagan, because Republicans was for black people and Democrats was for whites. So I just think you never knew that.
No.
Oh my God! I think it happened with Reagan. So what basically happened? He noticed in the polls that the poor white people, this once again, us as black people, we always voted.
Right.
We always voted.
Right.
So he noticed the poor people, white people in the South wasn't voting. Mm-hmm. So Ronald Reagan changed the whole slogan around. So that's when Republicans became the thing for what it is now, and Democrats went to what it is. So that's why I always tell people, I don't believe the Democrats for us. They just mentally manipulated black people.
Oh, yeah.
I think white people and everybody else kind of know, because if you look at how they vote for the things that's right. Because I'm just being real. If I was making $100 million, why would I want the government to take $50 million? See, only poverty sees that as a bad thing.
Right.
See, I'm a business owner. I don't get tax returns.
Right.
I don't get money back. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People are like, you found my kids for what? To make the money me to pay them back lesser?
Yep.
See, when you work for a company, you're paying your fees every time you get a check from federal, state taxes, and state taxes. They take it out automatically.
Exactly.
So when it comes to do taxes, you just have to do your taxes, you get a return.
Right.
But when you're a business, you have to pay your taxes for your business.
Exactly. Yep.
And if you know how it go. If you don't pay them,
Yeah.
Hey, I know. Like I say, I mean, no offense, y'all see this or who see this? There been years where I done slipped up and didn't pay 'em because
It
I was
happens.
like, hey man, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like we make mistakes, but people don't understand that. But I think us as black people, if we start really doing our research, like we say we do research and we woke, and we look back into the Republicans and what they really look at, and we start voting that way, I think we'll really start getting a lot of things going our way.
Well, the thing is, a lot of black people are really conservative anyways.
Yeah.
We don't really
We
go
vote
for a lot
what
of
goes
stuff.
For what's best for us, but I think we should go for the Republican Party
But
because
the thing is, we've been manipulated, mind fucked by the Democrats by all these empty promises. They always want to give away shit, give you this, give you that. But the thing is, they always have, when it comes to giving stuff to us, we have to share our stuff with everyone else.
let me tell you something about government cheese.
Oh yeah, I remember them days.
See, you say remember them days.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. See, us as black people think we just got the government cheese. No,
No.
everybody got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like when you just even think about welfare. Welfare just if we 13% of the population and they say 86 of the welfare percent used up, where that other
Percentages, right.
So we know who the welfare was created for. 'Cause like I tell people, when you look outside of the demographics of large cities, we're mostly just in large cities.
Yeah.
Welfare is majority in places like Nebraska, Mississippi, Alabama, and so forth. Florida.
Yeah.
So it's weird. So how they make us consciously think we the lower class and we the lower on this and we the ones that need. Right now I make my own money. I make good money, but I would love some food stamps.
Who the hell wouldn't? But they always tell you that you make too much money, or you got to be like totally down and out.
But the funny thing
To
even
get
about
stamps.
being down and out, even a homeless person have a hard time getting food stamps because they don't have a place.
Residents. Right. Yeah, you're
Even
right.
If they do, they have to have somebody sign a letter saying
Yeah.
they stand in my house. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
game is
They're about to turn welfare into farewell. They finna get that up out of here.
Real quick before we move on, what's
Go
the
ahead,
shit with
no.
Brett Favre and welfare? What the hell is? I just been seeing all these memes on social media talking about Brett Favre took all this money from welfare.
He's supposed to have got some money from the state and used it for his daughter's stadium or something like that. So he finagled the system and used it towards something for his daughter.
Okay.
Something like that. That's the gist of it that I get. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So, yeah, but they can get away with stuff like that. He ain't gonna be in trouble because he stopped doing that, and he'll be off to to the next thing.
Can I just say one thing
Go ahead.
about the Obama thing too?
Yeah, most definitely.
Funny thing about Obama, right? You think about what was Ryan, Jesse Jackson, all the people that had the same position as Obama went to prison.
Right.
He the only one that got out of that clean slate. Nobody knew about Obama besides people in Illinois and Indiana and the states around.
Right.
So when he ran for president, people were like, who the hell is this dude?
Yeah.
So I think where he got majority of the people is because a lot of this Generation X, whatever they call these new Gen
Z.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are mixed kids. A lot of
Bam.
them are mixed kids. A
Bam.
lot. So that's another reason he got in, and things like that. So it's easy to see somebody that look like you. Like people say, Obama this, like he did this for them. But I tell people, it's how Obama gonna hate white people. His mama was white.
Right.
So how was he gonna have any discernment around that
But
when somebody who loved you and took care of you was white? So
No, that too.
yeah,
All
so
day.
that's why I say when people out looking in and have all these critiques about dude, you gotta go look at everything within.
No,
who he
that's
is.
actual fact. But the other thing that got us Black Americans is the fact that we just saw a black face. Right? Us here, Black Americans, we with loving on each other. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, we didn't know that he's not of us. He's of Kenyan descent.
No. Don't say of us, for us.
For all of that. All right, all of that. But the thing is, by him being of Kenyan descent, most of those people, Africans, they have a disdain for us.
Oh yeah.
They really don't like us. Yeah. So for him to get up in there and be president and not do nothing for foundational blacks, it's not a surprise. You see what I'm saying? We got duped by the fact that we saw a brother and we thought he was one of us. People now have buyer's remorse years later, like, man, fuck that dude. If we didn't knew what we knew then, if we didn't know what we know now back then, he'd have never been in there. Same thing with Kamala Harris. She is not FBA. She's not us.
I've been trying to, but fun thing about that whole situation, I don't even understand. People are, I voted for Biden because of her. But you got to look at, he passed the bill in 78 that was against women. Then he passed the crime bill. Mm-hmm. So he didn't pass like 2 laws against us, the 3-strike bill.
Yep.
So it's like you put all this stuff against us, and then you think about all the stuff Kamala Harris did in
California. Goodness.
So it's like, how can y'all vote for these people?
But they knew what they was doing. And see, again, she was just Obama 2.0, just on a lower scale as far as the vice president position. Yeah. But she had to come over here and get in our culture, blend in with us. She became part of a sorority. She went to a HBCU. You see what I'm saying? So all that mind fucked all of us over here, because the thing is, when she started running and real people saw who she was, the other people was like, that's a sister, she's a soror. That shit means nothing. What are you gonna do for black people?
You see, Charlemagne God, she got saucy with.
I'm not gonna do nothing just for black people. Yeah. That's what she said.
I know, you gotta tell me.
You know?
Even though a lot of people don't like Charlemagne God, but he gonna at least call you out for something.
So there it is. Tethers. Anyways, this
you say we're gonna go for the lesser evils.
Well, real people don't vote for evil at all. So we just keep our vote. Tuck that motherfucker right in our pocket. Straight up. All right, check this out. Here's our brother Charleston White again. Okay. This is an audio clip, but check out what he said.
Death to all Crips and Bloods. Death to all GDs and BDs. May they all die like King Von. May they all die like Drakeo the Ruler. May they all die like Nipsey Hussle in vain. Death.
What do you think?
See, once again, I really can't say nothing on dude because he trolling. He just doing it to troll, just to get somebody to talk about him. So it's hard to say what he's saying, but I do get what he's saying. Not deaf to Von and them, but fuck these gangs.
Right.
Like I tell people,
I've been done with this shit.
I didn't grow up here. I didn't grow up nowhere else. I grew up in the concrete jungle. I grew up on the south side of Chicago where shit happened.
Yes.
And most of it was gang related.
Yeah.
So I feel what he's saying when he say the death of them, because us as black people, it's gonna be hard to say, and I said it before on my own podcast, but when people say us as black people, Black Lives Matter, it don't if we continue to kill each other. So it's hard to say that Black Lives Matter. And we all still killing each other when it's gang related. Like even when Nipsey died, they had a thing called 40 Days and 40 Nights in LA.
What's that?
It's a 40 days and 40 nights.
40 days and 40 nights.
What they literally go around for 40 days and 40 nights and get active.
Oh,
it's
like
a real
that.
thing. It's a real thing in Cali.
Damn.
So, it's like, what's really real? You know, like, how can you say, that's why I say the Black Lives Matter. Yeah, that we know who created it. Right. We know who all doing it for a stature reason and for certain reasons, but me and you didn't create it.
Right.
Jay-Z and them, I'm just saying, even if people black people, I'm just saying the people we think that's for us, Ice Cube been created.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just like even how black people was talking shit about Ice Cube when he was talking to them people. But look what he was talking to them about and what they do. Turned his ass down because what he was talking about was some real shit. You know what I mean? Don't nobody, just like even this Jay-Z shit, everybody, oh, Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that. Yeah, he make moves, but even like what he did with the Super Bowl. People like, oh, we had black people on Super Bowl, but have you ever had an all-black Super Bowl? Yeah, they had Eminem in there. Eminem even tell you he don't consider himself white because of who he hung around with. Yeah, he white from his skin color and all that. But we all know who his friends was and who he grew up around. We know it's because of the environment.
Right.
But besides that, that was the first Super Bowl. Yeah, they say Michael Jackson did it, but who else came on after Mike? Who else was up there when Whitney did it? Who else was up there when Nelly did it?
You know what? I did some research some years ago on when did the Super Bowl start having these big halftime performances. I think Michael Jackson was the first. The one they had like in 93 or something like that. Okay. We jumped out. Yeah. But did you ever watch the Super Bowl the year that the Bears and the Patriots played, 85?
No, sir.
Okay, I watched it, but I don't remember all of it in real time. But I actually watched it again online. Halftime came up, right? Shit was cool. They needed an upgrade because that shit was corny as fuck, dog. Halftime back in the days was bullshit. In the Super Bowl halftime, dookie as hell, dog.
I can imagine.
So yeah, big up to it. Always take a brother to fix the white man shit. So big up Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Jay-Z, that was a good thing to have all that up there. You see what I'm saying? But is that all we're going to be able to get from the NFL partnering with Jay-Z? Is that all we're going to get is a good-ass halftime performance? Are they going to actually be in the neighborhood doing things for the community, the NFL?
Well, it's hard to even say that because I know you people like, oh, what Jay-Z did for Brooklyn with that stadium shit. That shit was terrible.
He was just a point of a percentage of owner.
But
I think they used him for the face.
For the face to get to Brooklyn.
Right.
The gentrification killed what was there. So, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, they can use Jay-Z for this face to make certain moves or whoever, P. Diddy or whatever. But in the forefront, how we gonna, like, I don't know what comedian said this years ago. I think it was Dave Chappelle. Don't quote me saying this. But he was like, if I was an NBA owner, I'd say nigga, I'd be saying nigga all the time. After Donald Sterling sold a couple of $100 million team for some billions, think about dude. He just bought that team, the Phoenix owner. He bought that team for $400 million. Right. Just the Phoenix Suns is worth $1.8 billion. Damn. It's going to come with the Mercury. Right. That's going to lease about another color. So they probably put the deal at 2-point-some million. 2-some billion. So
damn.
It get funny, you know what I mean? So it's like, how you gonna really say that you making progress for the people when I know, hey, if I paid this much and I'm finna make triple the amount, I say nigga all day too.
Because it's an easy way to cash out. And
I mean, think about it. At first they was gonna suspend them, right, for a whole season.
Yeah.
All right. I know it's illegal for staff to fuck with staff. Boston coach got caught fucking one of the staff members, the one who cheated on Nia Long. He cheated on Nia Long with a staff member.
Damn.
They finna suspend him for 1 year for cheating on somebody. But this dude's just literally, NBA said in the investigation they caught him 5 times saying nigga. Plus he did some shit, some sexual harassment towards a woman, and he's just gonna get 1 year suspension and $10 million fine.
And that's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a black dude, I don't know if he black, because his name Amatambi something, so he African.
Oh, it's a tether.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, shit. But still, I feel your point, though. It's just that a lot of people when they was hearing about Jay-Z partnering with the NFL, they were really I don't know if they was expecting checks to come out in the hood or not, but I think black people expected a lot more than big time Super Bowl halftime performances.
I don't know why we expect shit.
You know, I feel you now. We shouldn't be really expecting too much of anything.
Like I tell people, it ain't got nothing to do with the subject. I said this before I even found the facts out. If Bush never would have took us to war, the dude would have had 100% presidential rating score. This dude in the history got the highest presidential rating score at 93 or some shit.
Wow.
Because he gave money to us. A lot of us forget about that. He's the first person to ever give us like stimulus check that I can recall in my history.
I didn't get one.
Man,
I didn't get one when Obama sent one out.
I ain't worried about Obama. I'm talking about that boy Bush sent them boys out.
I remember
serious.
that, but I didn't get any.
Hey, it probably went to an address back in Chicago or something. They had your address, but everybody got that check. I'm talking about if your social, that's what was so crazy about it. It ain't like how they did it with this time. You had to fill out some shit. Nah, if you had a social security number and the last address, they would send that boy out back.
Damn.
Bush.
Damn. All right. Here is a clip on when men stop communicating.
When men stop communicating?
Yes.
With
Yeah.
who?
Relationships. Women. All right. Check it out.
If a man goes from texting you all the time, taking you out consistently, calling you, but suddenly he's now too busy, right? He doesn't call you, he doesn't text you as much, he doesn't take you out as much. His feelings have changed. Nobody is too busy to call or to see someone.
Nobody.
Ever.
Nobody.
Right? If they like you, they will find a way to be with you. They say a man that wants to be with you will move mountains to be with you.
What do you think?
I've been going through that situation for years, but people don't understand. Bruh. I understand, like, editing videos probably to remain a priority. Certain things may not be the priority. I work. I'm on the phone with you and you hear this loud ass, the fucking generator, the pressure washer giving out 86 decimals.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
how you can really hear me on the phone. Then when I'm talking, you constantly saying you can't. So I dealt with that, and I remember a girl telling me, like, you always talking about you busy, you ain't that busy. But that was the time when I was coming to the studio. I'm trying to write these rhymes.
Right.
I was trying to stream on Twitch. I was trying to do all these things to people. So what I really have learned listening to the new generation, on all these podcasts and what they saying, they ain't got time for a relationship if you're really trying to chase your goal. Because if you got dreams and goals and you're in a relationship, that other person's going to resent what you're doing. I was married for 17 years. I own my own business for 8 years. My own wife used to complain about my schedule, how much money I made, how much money I didn't make, when we going to do it. So it was awkward.
Right.
So now, trying to incorporate other people into my life, now that it's a separation and have my kids here, trying to spend time with my kids, it's awkward, man. So busy is busy, because right now, one chick just told me, you ain't got time for me to keep chasing the bag. So I told her just like this, and no offense, not even just like this, but you got this many kids, I got this many kids. If we trying to incorporate each other's life, do you plan on living under a bridge? I don't. I never had any goals living in a box or living under a bridge. So me as a man and how life really has showed us,
Right.
you got to be the provider. Like I've been telling people right now, and it may sound crazy, I wish I could find a woman that could take care of me. That literally be like, hey, T.Y.
What man wouldn't want that?
But it ain't real, because eventually they're going to be like, what more you got? What more could you do? So, because eventually, like me, I suck at communication a little bit, because the expectations of what a woman wants from a man. Like Carlos Miller said it best. Men, and that's real, us as men, we see the woman that's in front of us until she don't want us to see him. So that's when we start seeing other women.
True.
But women always, regardless when they, whatever man they with, the expectations of more of what they want you to be and the time limit they want you to do it is unreasonable. So they always looking for some unicorn, some type of unicorn inside of you. You can make money, but then you can say, or you making money, you ain't got time. Like I always tell people, if you want a guy that got time, he gonna be poor. If you got a man that got more money, he gonna be gone because he working to get the
Ain't
money.
that much time with it, yeah. I like that. You're right.
I mean, look at all the athletes.
Yeah.
The ones that really make $100 million in contract. Look at a baseball player. They play 182 games.
I know, right? They're never home.
It's 365 years of the year. That's half the year. Then let's add on goddamn spring training.
Yeah, they're never home.
So you get what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Ozzie Smith. I watched something over 20 years ago, and Ozzie Smith was crying on like it was like before 30 for 30 became 30-30 when they used to do them interviews with them like
Yeah.
ESPN.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when they used to do like History EP. Remember that? Like ESPN 2.
ESPN classics and stuff like that. Yeah.
But he was on there crying like, man, my family had the greatest life. They enjoyed everything. But you know how much shit I missed?
It's
You know what I mean?
it's a big sacrifice.
It's real.
You know, I believe me, man. I understand. That comes with it, though, fam. Just look at how big you got the names like Beyonce, Kevin Hart. You think these people are hardly at home?
Man, I put it like this. Kevin Hart, his girl better be with him every day.
Kids too.
They gotta be, because only reason I say this dude. Do you see the shit this dude do?
I don't think this motherfucker
Steve
sleep.
Harvey. Even like Steve Harvey, like these dudes do like 3-4 shows that literally come on a day. Then they had book readings and clubs and then movie shows.
Yes.
Like The Rock. Like
Yes. Yeah.
I like money, and that's the thing I tell people. Getting to a certain stature like that, it can't really be what it's at, because how can they? I mean, I understand when you see them on the Instagram and you see it, they look happy. But if you look under their eyes, they look tired.
Tired as shit, huh?
Bags. Like this fool say he wake up every day at 5 o'clock to work out.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
He probably does.
But see, this was so crazy. LeBron said the same thing. But do you know what little time LeBron said he in the bed?
What time?
11 o'clock.
So PM, 11, 12. So they're getting what, 6 hours of sleep? Okay.
So this was so crazy. You know how many hours I get of sleep for the last 3 years? Because I adapted that from him.
I'm up 6
hours.
I used to get about 6 hours of sleep every day. But not to cut you off, but and I don't know if it's true, but there was a study that came out and said you really don't need a full 8 hours.
You don't.
You know?
But just think about it though, man. You ain't really resting that well. You ain't getting to REM sleep.
So how does the concept, I know we're digressing, but how does the concept of 8 hours of sleep come in? It's 24 hours in a day.
No, it's not 24 hours in a day. See, that's where they fool you. It's only 16 hours in a day, man.
You talking about as far as what? Daylight?
Or
the whole cycle of the day?
Put it together, man. I'm just saying. Think about it. How much time could you, even if you spent your ass up all day editing and all that, how much time can you spend really doing what you're doing? You can't do that shit 24 hours.
No, you can't.
It's only 16 hours in a day, bro. I'm talking about for the body to actually function, to do what it needs to do. It's only 16 hours.
Is that the reason why they say you get 8 hours of sleep so you can function for the other 16?
16 hours. Bro, like, imagine a person that work a 12-hour shift and literally sleeping them 5 hours. They be beat. I looked at my kid's mother. I watched her body disintegrate.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Wow.
The moment she stopped working those 12-hour shifts,
she got back on.
her motherfucking got back. body got back,
Yeah.
rejuvenated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I tell people it's 16 hours in a day, because when who really doing something 24 hours a day? What's really 24 hours besides like restaurants? But even though they 24 hours, but it's the same person that working 24 hours. The police 24 hours, but it's the same police officer work 24 hours.
Right.
Shit. Like 16 hours, man, is the most time you have to do
stuff
what you
in a
need to do
day.
In a day.
Right.
Like 16 hours.
You have a really whole.
Like I put it like this.
Hey, that makes sense. That makes sense.
16 hours. Like people be mad at me because I go to bed early now. I got that from the
I hate going to bed early.
But see, this the thing.
Shit, I feel
I've
like
been
grade school again.
I've been going to bed early, like 10.
Like, what's early?
No, like
For
I've been
you?
falling asleep because I ain't got nobody around, and that's my kids coming over the weekend
Right.
or whenever they're there. I'm going to bed like 9:30 between 11 o'clock. I'm waking up at 4 o'clock active.
Dude.
No, listen to me. I wake up active, editing videos, go work out, clean up what I need to do. I can do what I need to do. I can readjust scheduling, and then my day go about.
Yeah.
But, and like I say, that's that 16 hours. I can get what I need done, literally. I can feed my body what it need to feed. And so that's the thing. I'm, like I said, when we did this is what I was going to bring up. Like, I'm trying to readjust my time because I keep telling myself I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just being real. Like, even with this YouTube thing, I have 5 things on my YouTube channel. I got the vlog of a detailer. I got kids being kids. This is my kids. I got city nights. I got around Nashville.
Wow.
I got to look into an entrepreneur. And then I just started doing a review of things. Even though I've been did a review and I've noticed them the things that's popping, but I got a review thing. And it's something else on my channel. Oh, Cars and Coffee. When I go to the thing, y'all 11 is showing it. So that's 7 things I did on my YouTube channel. So look,
Wow.
last Saturday, I went to work. I went to the Tattoo Festival. I went to the African Festival. And I went to the downtown where I saw Kid Capri. That's 4 things I shot. Edit all the video. I have videos uploaded all the way to YouTube to Monday right now. And got a video that before I came over here that I was editing that's ready for Tuesday. You feel me? It is Friday. So
You've been
I
on
gotta
it.
tell people, I'm a very consistent person, but I'm a procrastinator. But I'm not really a procrastinator. I'm just procrastinating at things that I don't really want to do.
I feel you. I like the way you procrastinate things that you really don't want to do.
I'm very efficient.
Yeah.
I'm a very efficient human being.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just don't want to do certain things. And I have to drag myself into doing it. That's why I swear to God, when I was 8 years old, and he said this all the way till I was 16, my godfather used to always say, it's 2 things in life you pay for. Things you don't want to do and things you don't know how to do. Majority of things we know how to do, but we rather pay for them. Like, you know the last time I cut my grass? Over 10 years. I pay somebody to cut my
I
grass.
think the last time I cut my grass was about earlier this year. I usually have somebody come out and cut my grass now.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If I could, I'd pay somebody to go
Yeah.
wash my car.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get into this next clip. All right, this is our brother Ari Spears. No. But this is his take on the absence of God. Check this out.
That is my biggest fear. To imagine my baby girl having the life beat out of her with a closed fist by an adult.
And most of us
And
would be
she's
in jail.
pissing herself.
Yeah.
Going, where's my superhero?
Yeah, we'd be in jail.
Where's my
man.
dad?
Yeah.
God don't step in then? A child? Tears? Pissing themselves? God don't step in. That's bullshit. I remember I read an article about a little girl going to Sunday school. The girl went missing for several days. Eventually, they found her body, raped, beaten, killed, strangled. Even the mafia goes, no women, no kids.
No women, no kids.
The mafia has a code. God don't.
Spears and Steinberg.
Hey, when everybody talk about God, I'm gonna tell you a fun thing about GLD. Remember, he flooded the earth. He killed it. So even if he
I mean, add on. He also killed the whole town that was on the LGBTQ, Sodom and Gomorrah.
hey, you know what's so funny about that? I tell people about the Sodom and Gomorrah story. When they left, what did he tell her?
Don't
look
turn
back.
around.
And what she do?
Turn into a
salt.
pillar of salt.
So I tell people, when you look back on shit, what happened? You get salty. Damn, Dollar did me wrong. And I'm being real. I use my mind. That's why I say I don't like to talk so much. People say T.Y. fucked up. I'm weird. But, and that's before.
Dude, the way you set that up, you right. You are when you look back on some bitter shit, you get salty, don't you?
And you feel it. You feel that shit. So, hey man, that's why people like the other day somebody say, T, why the fuck you the way you is? You gotta, hey, Jay-Z said you gotta learn to live with regrets. You gotta let shit go, man.
Yeah.
I can't hold nothing against nobody, man. Like right now, one of my best friends, don't want to bring this up, I hope he see this, but he mad at me right now, and I can understand because he set up a interview for me, and my company is schedule based. I even showed him my schedule, and the girl wanted to get a sketch for me doing the interview. She said we clean her car. Me and him was gonna do it. I agreed to do it.
Right.
But the days that she wanted done, my schedule's already booked. I showed him my schedule a week prior. Like right now, I wish I would have brought my schedule book. I got work all the way to next Sunday. You feel me?
Yeah.
Not this Sunday. Next Sunday. My Monday already booked. My Tuesday already booked. My Thursday already booked. I try to stay ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A little bit, as much as I can. So, he's like, all right, T.Y., I charge him $150, so give me $75. I said, all right, man. He said, send it on Venmo. I said, if you want to come by the house, I got cash. He said he'd rather send it Venmo. So I said, all right, I don't have anything on my Venmo. I had some on that Wednesday. It's Monday when he's saying this. I think Wednesday morning, I text him like, hey, man, I'm being real. I can show you the text. I say, hey, man, I appreciate you getting the interview for me, blah, 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 blah. Thanks. I'm sending 75 today. This fool literally texts me back, I can't count on you for nothing. So I started thinking in my head, me being me, anything that he ever asked me for, he never really asked me for nothing. And the things that he have asked me for, T.Y. show up. That's one thing, that's my problem in life. I show up for people who don't show up for me. But that's why I always in the grace of God. You know what I mean? Because I do my due diligence for who I am. But anyway, he texts that. And at the moment, like I tell people, we're going through an equinox. Always when the seasons change, I mentally and emotionally, I get weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's kind of like around my birthday. I just get weird. So I'm looking at the text. Like I'm saying, I'm looking like, I can't count on you for nothing. So I just text him back like, if you tripping about the $75, I'm Venmoing you that today, which I did that day. And I was like, if that's really how you feel about me, man, have a good life. That for that. Like I told you a long time ago, my mama should have named me Taiwan Scissorhands. I don't mind cutting nobody out. You know what may hurt or whatever. So he texts back, damn, something don't be so sensitive, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I say, well, you already know I am sensitive. I take, like, if you call my phone, y'all be like, what up, fool? I'm going to really be like, hey, reintroduce, what? Say it, who?
Right.
Don't call me no fool.
Right.
I'm not no fool.
I feel you.
So it's just a certain way I want to be respected because I respect everybody. So he called me, and at the moment, I didn't want to feel like calling. So I hit the thing on the phone where it say, I'll call you back. He put back, you better. Never called him back that day. And then I hit him back the next day like, hey, did you get your $75? Never responded. Tried to call him, never responded. So I said, hey, if you really know, it is what it is. So, and it's somebody I've known for over 16 years down here. But in my heart, it is what it is, man. Like I tell people, I'm a loner by heart, man. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. It's crazy. But it happened. But I like your analogy because, again, when you kind of look back on things, you do kind of get upset about that. But not to digress from the topic, but before the video went off, he said the mafia has a code.
Hey.
And then he asked, God don't? So, and then, hold on, let me say this now. Remember that building in Florida a couple of years ago that collapsed on those people?
Yeah.
All right. When I saw that, I asked myself, where was God? And they say God is omnipresent, all right? He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time, whatever it is, right? If God knew this was going to happen, allowed it to happen, and then just let the people deal with the aftermath of it, what is that? Is that really considered God's plan? Is his plan to let people die in a building that collapse on them while they're asleep 2, 3 in the morning? Is that really his plan for some women and children to be raped and murdered? If that was your plan, wouldn't you be locked up by now?
Hey, man. Hey, look, religion is hard.
No, they say it is, but it shouldn't be. They say the two things we shouldn't talk about is religion and politics, when those are the main things we should talk about.
But the reason I say it's so hard because growing up in the church and going to church and seeing how church people treat you and shit like that. So that's what right now. I tell people, I may not call him God and so used to just saying God because you grew up saying the word God,
right.
God. But it got to be something that
no intervention.
No, I mean, I don't believe the intervention part. I ain't saying something like that entity like that, but it gotta be because I don't know. I can't see the Big Bang Theory making this shit. Something had to
some type of
entity.
something had his hands involved, right? I feel like the Big Bang Theory. I can see what they're saying on that. At the same time, you look at and people always say this: complexity is not the author of design. Simplicity is. You see what I'm saying? But we go on like, damn, there's trees, there's dogs, there's water, we breathe air. There's got to be something to put this shit here. But do we know?
I don't know, man.
Not to digress into this other shit, but I'm just saying.
Hey, man, like I said, y'all don't want me to get on this religion shit because it's like, man.
We'll make that up.
I'm just going to make this quick. But kind of, if somebody said this, but I ain't going to go through what they said, but the first time that I ever me myself, even like him, cried and questioned Jesus is when my ex-wife sister died. And I was in the room looking at her body and sitting there trying to figure out, like, asking him and crying, what did she do? And that was the moment, I will admit, I lost a little faith because it's like, seriously, what did she do to die? You know what I mean? She was at work, constipated, had an aneurysm and died. You feel me? And the crazy thing, just talk to her on the phone and all that. So it's
like that. It's
weird.
Like last month. Our cat got hit by a car. We were just kicking it with him there early in the morning. I was just on my way out, and I went to work, and I instantly came back home. I just like, fuck, I'm just coming. And when I came back home, my girl was out. We out in the yard trying to fix the yard, and she looked, and cat was in the yard dead and shit. And it's like, my girl, she still can't handle it. But the thing was, why him? You know, of all the cats in the hood, you know, he's also known as being an outside cat. So why did he get hit this damn day? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, God, of all the days he went out, why did this, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, feel you. That's what I say. That's what make it. But see, even like Buddhism, they narcissists. They believe, you didn't know that they religion is narcissism. They believe you are your own God.
Oh shit! Indians believe that you're never gonna get out of living. You're gonna keep coming back. You're gonna keep being reincarnated, even if you come back as a fucking rock. You're gonna come back as something, you know. And I'm like, oh, that's an evil trick.
I did used to have this concept about reincarnation when they did have this whole theory. I used to tell people,
I don't want to be reincarnated, fam.
I used to always tell people, I used to say this shit, people like, you crazy. I used to be like, I think, you know, I know it been a moment in your life, Dollar, that you can really look back where your life literally could have went here or there.
There is.
And I always think, because like I always say, it's a funny thing about life. Like, I say life like 1 + 1. If you don't learn what 1 + 1 is, you keep going through the same processes. You still making the same mistakes. That's why I say 1 + 1, because that's the easiest.
Right.
A lot of people can say they ABCs, and ABC, you got to say more than ABC. But 1 + 1, we know if I take this and this and put it together, give me 2. So as I look at life, that's why I tell people I didn't really make a lot of mistakes in life, because I paid attention to other people. I saw what mistakes they made and what they did in their life. So I was like, hey, if that didn't work for 100 people, why is it going to work for me?
Right.
You know, so
right.
Even like relationship problem, like people like, I got a relationship problem, and you ask like, what's the problem? I can't stop cheating. Yeah, fool. If you think you cheat on every woman, I mean, so if it's like, that's the lesson. Like, so I always said, I think when you die, I think God literally, as I used to think, he take you back to that part in your life where you was going to make this decision that was going to alter your life to where you went. That's kind of like ayahuasca. It's weird. Kind of like ayahuasca.
I want to try ayahuasca.
It's kind of like ayahuasca and the toad. That's why you look at a lot of these people, they change. Mm-hmm. What it does is take you from where you at right now. Mm-hmm. And take you, like I said, that's why I say it's crazy. Once I learned this, it take you back to a point in your life.
Right.
It's showing you, then it take you a point on your life that you're doing all the shit, me drinking, smoking, bullshit with these girls, right. Bullshitting my money financially. And then rewind you back and then take you on a road to, if you didn't incorporate these things in your life. That's why a lot of these people start changing.
Okay.
Because it shows them a way of life that they've been living and they haven't made any progression or shit like this. And then it show you, hey, these are the things that you may need to eliminate, or the people you may, seriously. And that's why people start getting rid of people, stop doing things. That's why a lot of them start getting away their money, because they find out money ain't really happening. They go buy a house somewhere in the wood. For real, that shit changed people, because it literally show you the trajectory of where your life should be, not where it's at.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. We're going to make that a topic one day, reincarnation. All right. This next clip is called Bad AI Robots. Check this out. This is going to bug you out.
At a top robotics company in Japan this week, 4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the 3rd. But the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes. Far.
Well, what do you think about that?
Man, see, you touching all the topics. I'm talking about all the topics. If I ever wrote a book, all this shit is my shit.
Yeah.
And my mom used to always say, movies tell you 2 things.
Predictive programming.
No,
that's what it is. I'm
saying what my mom used to say.
Yeah.
Movies telling you 2 things. Things they already doing.
Yeah.
Or things they about to do.
Yeah.
So you look at Terminator, he's like, man, ain't gonna build no fucking robots. And then back in the 90s, you used to see them playing with the robots, bowling and throwing baseballs, and now they attaching this shit to bodies. Like, I just watched a video. I just literally watched a video. I should have sent it to you with a dude playing, like one of the robots they talking about. The robot got a gun. It's shooting. Dude just coming through with just like with a hockey stick, like tripping it.
Pushing it over.
I keep saying that shit fake. That ain't
No,
fake.
that's real.
Now with those robot dogs, you been seeing those? With people attaching the guns to them?
Like the ones they got in Black Mirror?
But have you seen the ones with people attaching guns to them?
No, I haven't seen those.
The dog, you know what dogs I'm talking about? Those
Yeah.
little dogs?
Yeah.
People have been attaching guns to them. Man, I'm trying to tell people. I put it like this. I just showed somebody something in my phone today. We just Google, which is AI. How that shit literally, I showed them just my birthday back in the day. That shit literally, from the moment I picked up my phone to being in my pocket to me going, I don't even know how I know when I went to sleep. But this phone literally showed from when it showed every store I went in the mall.
Yes.
It showed every picture I took on that day.
Yes.
It showed my mama address. It showed the restaurant I went to today. They said, it's just a phone. So like she said, like a Tesla. You'll never have to ever get a new Tesla. People don't know that. That's why they...
All it's going to do is just download an upgrade.
And it'll do, like, the people that got the Tesla made in 2018, they car going to do the same. Because it's nothing that's added to the car as an amenity or as a cosmetic design.
Right.
They all look the same.
Right. You're right.
Just different wheels. But the AI within the car is all the same. Like, a lot of people don't even know with these Teslas, you can make it dance. Like, you can go somewhere where it just ain't no cars or nothing. Yeah. Put this part in, and the Tesla will literally be opening the doors, the trunk, and just literally be moving like it's doing a ballet. They ended up playing the music loud. Right now, like say we walked to Walgreens, or we walked to that corner down the street, and I hear my button. The Tesla literally drive to me without nobody being in the car. Like, that car is beyond amazing, and it's just AI within the car. So here go another thing. A lot of people don't know about Elon Musk in that the link thing. What's the thing he doing?
LinkedIn?
No, the little thing he's saying you hook up to your brain.
Oh,
uplink. So it's some crazy shit that he's using.
Like upload your conscience to the fucking...
Hell no. It's some type of device you hook up to your head that enhance your bandwidth. So that's why I'm like, that's why he's smart, because he already hooked that shit up to his head. So
he's already on.
So just imagine just how your brain, them ideas you got right now.
Yeah.
Hooking that shit up to your brain will literally enable you to figure out how to produce your ideas now. So this the crazy thing about this, that a lot of people ain't paying attention to it. Like I said, I be into this shit. People like, I'll tell you why you be tripping. They just using this shit on remedial people, right? People that's not making fun of nobody.
You know, yeah.
Looking like this.
Stupid.
They putting that shit on motherfuckers like that, and that nigga like.
And they coming out. Well, last week when I went to.
No, like me and you, bro.
They coming out lounging, huh? Damn.
Me and you, bro.
It's so having that kind of effect mentally.
Because it's something that you hooking up to your brain. It's
hold on now. You saying that it's taking remedial people
and making them normal. So like I said, imagine a motherfucker that's like him, Stephen Hawking, Bill Gates.
Oh, they gonna that's them on steroids.
That on their brains.
Yeah. Oh
so
man.
Think about how his ideas keeping like
fucking pinky in the brain.
So, and it's something that he's really talking about creating. Like, and it's gonna get to the point like how he want to do the technology. Just like say, you want to make a beat, right? And you literally come with the beat in your head. You'll be able to transfer that shit to a computer.
And a computer will put together what's in my head.
Like, you know how, like, right now, I'm being real people. I tell people this shit crazy. Like, how I'm talking to you right now, but my brain thinking some other shit.
Yeah.
You'll be able to, like, he's talking about the technology be that great. He getting to the point where you'll be able to project your thoughts on TV, on...
It's going to be a lot of dead people.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna be a lot of dead people.
So that's why I say this technology and this AI.
I saw what you thought about me.
Hey, remember Black Mirror though? Remember when they put the thing on their head?
Yes.
She killed the baby because
Yes.
the baby thought they.
Yeah. Man,
thought
Black
the baby
Mirror
said-
is some of
Hold
the
on.
weirdest.
So what they take that device and put the device on?
That
mouse.
Yes, dude. Transferable.
Think about the other episode where they was rewinding each other's thoughts. They going back.
That's the one I love. That's the very first episode.
No, the one my favorite episode out of all of them.
Which one?
The one when the chick was going crazy because she couldn't get no likes
on social media.
No, in real life.
You don't
because
know.
They like your.
I'm saying. I'm saying, dude, that is exactly what we're talking about. Predictive programming. We getting ready for that.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
People be spazzing out all the time if they don't get certain likes or certain amount of likes or comments.
Instagram was talking about taking away the like button.
I heard that. I heard that.
OnlyFans took away fucking and all that nudity. What happened? All those people left OnlyFans. They created Fansly. Somebody created something called Fansly. And within 1 week, Fansly had like 3-point-something subscribers. You know what OnlyFans said?
What?
Come on back.
We'll let you fuck on camera again. Wow. Dude. Hey, man. Yeah, hey. That Black Mirror episode when he got the redo and dude got the, you scroll. This both, they said it
went back years.
They had like a 30-year thing. It record up to 30 years of your. Man, what kind of shit is that, dog? Wow. Okay. All right. That's gonna be a good topic as well. All right. Here is. You really gonna bug out on this. This is
that robot shit was crazy though. I know we went off the subject and shit, but that shit was kind of crazy.
It was,
she
wasn't
said
it?
The motherfucker killed 29
people. And motherfucker, it was 4 of them.
And
they dismantled
down.
one, they took down, I guess, system down the other 2. And while that was and the other one got loose and connected to a satellite. How do I make myself better? Uplink some shit and Clint Eastwood, this motherfucker. Crazy ain't it? Yeah.
Know how many times my Xbox update a month on its own?
Windows always have a fucking update.
You know what I mean?
Fruity
Loops want to update right now.
Fruity Loops has an update every other fucking day now.
HBO Max want to update. So just imagine this shit.
Hey.
My car just did an update. I was looking at my radio like, what the fuck my radio doing? Update.
Shit. Yep. And now check this out though. Okay. This is from the mind of a professional child molester.
There are certain characteristics that you look for in children before molesting them.
In children, yes, but more I also looked at their families. If I thought the father was a threat, I would not approach the child. If I thought that the child had friends that he would tell, I would not approach him.
So perhaps a child that doesn't really have a whole lot of friends, maybe not really a strong family, things like that.
Yes, no spiritual values, weak in education, needs help in many ways, even from split parenting, has a mother who may be having problems with the family, well, here comes superhero in to help out, wow, well, thank you very much. No problem. You ever need me to take them away for the night so you can have a night out? No problem. It works.
Y'all better be paying attention.
All right. What do you think?
Man. Here you go again, man, with this bullshit. It's about molestation, but that's why I'm careful with women. So a lot of women have labeled me as not being aggressive enough.
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, even my family history and parents, siblings, just I know too many people that have been molested. So that's I don't know, it's a touchy subject, man, because you know a lot of kids get taken advantage of.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because they don't know no better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just had a friend just went through a situation like that because he ended up having another child, and it's a difference between like 8 years between that child and the other child, and it's a boy, so he was showing that child a lot of attention once he got older, and the other child told some people her father molested him.
Damn.
Right? So this person I know, he got kicked out the house, couldn't stay at his home, all this shit. But eventually, when they went to court, the little girl said she
made it up.
Just said that because she didn't feel like her father loved her no more.
Man, she ruined her father's life with that shit.
Man.
That's something you just can't be saying something about somebody, especially when they're not on that. You see what I'm saying? And then the stigma will never go away after that. Even if I was lying. I didn't mean to say that. It'll never go away.
It'll never go away. Yeah,
you don't do that type of shit to anyone.
Yeah, man.
You know, well, you was born in like early 80s, right?
Yeah.
All right. In the early 80s, I was 9, 10, 11 years old. There was this thing all across the country in the United States. Pedophiles, child molesters, kidnappings, and a lot of child murders was happening heavy in the early 80s all across the country. And it was real thick in Chicago. I almost became the victim of a kidnapping, fam. I don't know if you remember, or are you familiar? 56 and King Drive. You know Washington Park?
Yeah.
All right. It's a field house on 56 and King Drive. We used to live right across the street. Like literally, I could look out our window and see the field house. So one night they had an event going on, and I was waiting on my sister because my sister was participating in it. So I'm waiting out for it to let out so I can walk her back home. About 9 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock. It was dark. Me and two other friends, we sitting out chilling. A car pulls up, a black 4-door Chevy. I never forget. Now, literally, there was a gas station right across the street from you. You can literally see it. He pulls up, hey man, where the gas station at? We're like, it's right there. Like, come on, y'all, where the gas station at? We're like, it's right there, dude. He's like, come show me. Come a little closer and show me. We're like, dude, it's right there. At that third time, he jumped out the fucking car and we all scattered. So now he has 3 people to decide who want to chase, and he decided to chase me. And I booked. Remember Buster Brown, them pair of shoes? I had a pair of those on that day. I got the fuck away from him, dude. Yeah, I stumbled a little bit as I was running. I thought I was going to fall, but I caught my balance and I never fell. And I ran faster. And I kept looking back to see if he was behind me. The last time I looked back, that motherfucker was like, fuck it. He just gave up. Got in the car and I seen him speed up King Drive. I go home. We stay with my grandmother. She calls my mother. My mother comes home from work early. She's all in fucking paranoid. So she wanted me to describe the guy, right? So I tried to describe the best I could. She drew a description of him. And ever since then, I've had this fear of police descriptions, sketches. So now I'm watching the news and they're like, be on the lookout for this guy. And they flash a sketch. I freak out. Yeah, I've been traumatized from that shit since then. So I was almost a victim of that shit. And I think every now and then, what would have happened to me? Not to drag it on, but a couple of weeks later, the same guy kidnaps another kid. This time he molested this kid. But this kid was the son of a big-time Chicago detective, so he made a fucked up move. Caught that dude right away. Yep. Shit was big in the early 80s, all over the country.
I remember when that clown shit was going around Chicago, when that clown was going around kidnapping kids and shit. Yeah, it was around the 92, 93 in the hundreds, around like 100.
See?
100. So, yeah, man.
Damn.
Like you even think about shit like John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. See, I was 10 when that happened. Man, that fucked the city up. That's what I'm saying. We had that in Chicago, and Atlanta was the Atlanta child murders.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh man, it was a black vans. I mean, kids were being snatched the fuck up in the early '80s, man, and it was heavy in Chicago. Yup, and I almost became a victim of that shit, fam. I still think about that shit. Man. But I'm thankful that I didn't get caught up because they don't tell me I could have got killed. You know.
But what he's saying though, it is true. It's kind of like, I mean, he kind of thinking like how anybody think that's gonna prey on anybody.
Yeah.
You don't look for, like, most men don't want to deal with a woman that's gonna talk back and all that. They're gonna look for somebody who down and out and all. You know what I mean? So
very vulnerable.
You try to find somebody that's weaker than you. That's in any situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to go against their strongest opponent. Shit. Do Superman fight Doomsday every episode?
Nope.
Hell no.
Nope. I like that.
I mean,
you're right.
He can fight Darkseid.
You're right.
Every episode. He can't.
You're right. You're right. Yeah. You're right.
They can't fight these strongest villains. They gotta go beat the little peon up here and there.
Yeah.
They got to, because if they fought them every one, eventually they're gonna get the best of them. It's just like in life, man. So that's why I just take it easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, for real.
All right. Check out this next clip. This is Aries Spears again, but this is his take on Jada and Will's marriage. Check this out.
He gave Jada a second win. She married a human lotto ticket. the show she had on TNT, I forget what it was called, Hawthorne, where she played a doctor. You think she gets that without Will? Being in the Matrix movies, you think she gets that without Will? She probably would have been blown into obscurity like everybody else from A Different World. And that's no disrespect to the cast of A Different World, but I'm saying, how many of them are still active, are still out there visibly, front and center? She married a fucking lotto ticket.
Facts.
Like, give me a fucking break, man.
I used to say that. That's why I be like, dude, like, besides Set It Off, what other good movie she played in? Jason Lyrics?
Menace Society.
You better not
Jason's
say
Lyrics.
Babs. Yeah, Jason's
Woo.
Lyrics.
What do you think Woo was good?
Yeah, she played in a
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yeah, she played in a good movie. Well, what movie has she been the star?
None.
Yeah, she was your boy love interest in Jason Lyrics,
right?
But she wasn't the star.
She wasn't the star, right?
She wasn't the star in Set It Off, but she was the pretty girl that helped him get to the bank. But I'm just saying, she ain't the one.
She can't carry a show, a movie.
Bro, Hawthorne. See, this is what make it even funny. I'm happy you brought that up. And that's why I say people trip on Will's. I seen this shit.
Yeah.
People forget. This what make. Oh, man. All right. Make this real quick. J-Lo and Ben Affleck just got married, right?
Right.
And they said they've been in a relationship for 22 years. They announced this. Remember, J-Lo was just married to who? Or going with?
Ben
A-Rod.
Affleck, right? Oh, A-Rod, yeah, A-Rod, yeah.
All
She
right.
was just married to A-Rod.
All right. So before A-Rod, who was she before A-Rod?
Was
Mark
it?
Anthony.
Yeah, Mark Anthony, right?
Who was J-Lo co-star on Hawthorne?
I never watched Hawthorne, so I don't know.
Mark Anthony.
Okay.
They was having a sexual relationship. That's why J-Lo left Mark Anthony. This is fact, like in the news. So I remember back in like 2006, 2007, Jada Pinkett was on.
Mark Anthony and Jada Pinkett had an affair going on.
Yeah, that's why J-Lo left. That's why J-Lo left Mark Anthony. I remember in 2006, 2007, 2008, around that time. Look it up, Google this if you don't believe me. Jada Pinkett was on Oprah, and they was talking about Will Smith, and they was talking about their open marriage, and Will doing what he do and she do what she do. But Oprah kind of made significant gestures towards him always hanging around Dwayne Martin and other guys. But she kept on saying Dwayne Martin.
Right.
Jada Pinkett reply is, Whatever we'll do is what we'll do. But as long as he can look in the mirror and see that he's a man, it's all right with me. So, remember, I mentioned, Oprah kept on mentioning Dwayne Martin around 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All these shits on the internet, they always showing Will Smith with who?
Dwayne
Martin. Tisha Campbell, divorce. Who?
Dwayne Martin.
So, hey man, this Hollywood shit weird. All it is an entanglement.
Yeah, entanglement. I heard a little something about Dwayne Martin kind of in the mix, but I'm not going to elaborate on it because I don't want to just say nothing without any facts.
Nah, but I'm just saying, you put it all together. I'm saying Oprah saying his name, and then this is in 2006, 7, 8, then around 8 years later, you seeing them always together, then your own wife said, as long as he can look in the mirror and say that he's a man, it's okay with me.
That's subliminal for... Yeah, I know what that's subliminal for. Yeah, that's code for something else. Damn. Okay, let's move on. I got a couple more and then we're done. All right, this last one, okay, let me set this up. You know how people are going around doing these pranks in public, coming up on people, and people are like unaware what the fuck is going on? This is one of those. This is called Hammer. Check it out.
Why is you looking like that? You hide something, nigga? Hold on, back up off a little bit, man.
Bro, relax, bro. I'm just chilling.
You don't walk up on nobody like that, man. This is South Central LA, man. You don't walk up on nobody like that.
The way that you sitting on this bike, bro, it looked like you want to get hammered, bro.
What?
I mean, it looked like you want to get hammered, bro. Bro, I'm talking to you, bro. Do you know who I am?
I don't give a who you are.
Do you know who I am?
Back up off me, man.
The way you standing here look like you're trying to get hammered, my boy. Hey, relax, bro. Relax, bro. You're on camera. You're on camera, bro. You're on camera, bro. You're on camera. Relax, G. It's a fucking joke, bro. You're on camera, bro.
So that was me asking.
Hey, Alfredo, he sent me here. He said he was trying to get hammered, bro. Oh! Bro, hammered! Bro, you're on camera. There's a camera. Did you see that shit? Yo. I think so. What the fuck? Yo.
Stop playing with people.
That's all I'm going to say. Stop fucking with people, man. You see dude up that thing on his ass.
I've seen a bunch of pranks going wrong.
Yeah, and that could have been one of them. That could have easily been one of them. That could have easily been one.
Not everybody's playable.
Yeah.
Approachable.
Yeah. Not everybody's with that shit. All right. I got a bonus. I saved this one just for when you came through. All right. I want to get your take on this video. This is one of my homeboys, Chicago native.
Okay.
This is some music. This is old school. So this is going to take you down memory lane. Tell me what you think about this. All right. This is my boy D.A. Smart, and he called this Walk With Me. Uh-oh, come on now. Let's go. Let's get it.
Put your left foot in front of your right foot and walk with me through the city of Shy, where the vultures be. Have you heard of the city crime? Sociologists be telling me the city dying from all the murdering, gang banging, and drug dealing. Every 30 hours they find another body with some slugs in them, and ain't no blood in it. This the ill state, nigga, and ain't no love in it. Now we gon' start with the South Side, where GDs and BDs and Blackstones don't coincide. So let me be your tour guide. So when you in a certain area, you will know what that hood ride. Now let's start with the vulture, where folks will throw up the fork sign to niggas they know they close to. That's 49th Estate, so mingle, but just a few buildings north, you got BDs on the 3 fingers. We call at the low, but back on 53rd Estate, them MCs be running the hoe. You got police stations up in the Taylor, they there, but they can't save ya. Walk with me, I'm just here to remind you
that they can't save you. Walk with
who
me.
to throw up your sign to. Cause from that mere folly, you might have your family come and identify.
I'm tripping on like the old buildings, the projects, the handshakes. And I lived in Robert Taylor. Yeah. This is a fucking hood classic.
If 51st and go west, you in Motown when niggas throw up the sign after they hit their chest. On 61st and Cottage Grove to 6th Trade, Blackstones run that area and they spoil 4th, them devils had to tear it down. But on 87th and Jeffrey, them niggas are vice lords committed to they living and all willing
used to go to the fort.
Like in Lakeside, it's full of GDs, but GDs and BDs are running past.
I mean, one night we went to the fort.
Jeffrey Manor unto the Ickes. Out of beware, they stay where y'all with me. Hey, Mr. Breedy, this is the crime living city. I go to the mosque, and Stony so they can uplift me. Cause it's really good to my stomach. Get back in the car, let's take a trip to that wild, wild hunters. Roseland is a living hell. Bodies dropping all gale. From 10 Trade to Riverdale. You can go to Coach Club and Calumet with me. Close proximity, but that's not considered the city.
His grandmother lived right next door to me. That's how I got to know him.
Almost anything you wanna know.
Third, yeah.
But if you wanna see it, walk with me. Don't underestimate the south side. Come here acting like you hard, they'll leave your mouth wide. Walk with me. And on the east, there's no peace. Catch one in the head and end up dead in the streets.
This song solidified his status as a legend. You know what I'm saying? Dude always been cold, but this really solidified his shit.
Let's take a trip to the west side.
Yeah.
What people in their opinion are telling me
I went to
some even say it's the fresh side.
when I was filming my documentary, when I went to his spot, him and his whole crew did a whole like a private concert just for me. Then the whole album where they performed just for dollar bills.
Now let me tell you where the hoods dwell. Like in K-Town where them BGs be throwing up that triple L. Them niggas shoot the coppers down. We even got new breeds on the south side in Pocket Town. They run in the village for show, but on 16th the cops know you mostly gonna see them souls. They be throwing up the one. Now let's go see the insane vice lords on the avenue in Austin. They are the craziest I ever saw, and they forgot about them gangster disciples over on Washington. Homie used to be full of unknowns, like Chicago Avenue. Now that's the place where them conservatives roam. You get caught slipping if you wanna, because them traveling vice lords will be waiting on you on California. See, Shy's full of hard brothers. Have you been through Central Avenue, the land of them four corner hustlers, waiting just to rush ya? Especially them fools that think the Shy is full of busters. You can get traced and chalked to see, or you
Vividly describing this shit, you know what I'm saying?
walk with me. Don't underestimate the south side. Come here acting like you hard, they'll leave your mouth wide. Walk with me.
Yeah, this is like anybody going to that want to go to the side in the hood parts, and you're not sure. If you ain't got a plug to walk you through the city, listen to this song. Yeah. My boy D.A. Smart. Devastating abolisher. Yep. Yeah, that's our brother D.A. Smart. Let me go stop. Let me. All right, here we go. All right. Just wanted to drop that on you right quick, fam.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to hear that.
Yeah.
I ain't heard that in years.
Yeah. That's my guy. I remember back in the early 80s when we was all getting into hip-hop, rap, he was with a crew called DFC. It was him, a guy named King Kiddo, and a guy named MC Rock. They was, listen to me, they was the shit. 85, 86, they could not be fucked with. They started doing solo projects, right? So his guy MC Rock was really making his heat when they went solo. And I kept asking him, man, I want to meet MC Rock. I want to meet MC Rock. He brought this dude to my crib one day. I totally fanned out, man. He came to the crib with the motherfucking Lecoq Sportif jogger suit and shit. That old 80s shit. Fucking shades on, had his curl out. Man, I thought I met LL, dude. I mean, MC Rock, rest in peace. He was a fucking legend, man. But D.A. Smart, man, my brother, man. Yo, anybody that's in the Chi-Town, I'm going to say this right quick. Before Common, Kanye West, The Brat, there was Chi-Rock Nation. We still around. But the pioneers of Chicago hip-hop is myself, that cat D.A. Smart, Kingdom Rock. These are names a lot of people don't even know about. You see what I'm saying? Right. So people think Chicago hip-hop started with Common. No. It started with Chirac Nation. That's our crew. It's 17 chapters. I'm in the very first one. When they first came out with it, they came around. I jumped in right away in high school, and this is in '85.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope to know.
Yeah, Chirac Nation. It's the reason why Chicago hip hop still exists. They still keeping them culture moving forward up there. And we got the drill shit going on up there, but really, the real hip hop, when you really wanna visit the city and build some real hip hop, Chirac Nation. We in here. Yeah. Anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my homeboy Dollar Bill for having me in here tonight, man. Shout out to the back and forth. I love going forth and back and forth, and we ain't gonna go there because we ain't trying to get monetized. But I appreciate everybody having me here. Thank you for the watch. Definitely hit that subscribe button, man. Leave a comment. Let us know if you like what we were talking about, man. If it was a little too touchy, even speak on that, man. Make sure you hit that thumbs up to keep this video in the algorithm. Turn on all post notification. But once again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, one love and peace, man.
Right on. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your man, Dollar Bilsko. Again, as I always say, preserve the culture. It's FBA versus everybody. We out.
One.